Hi folks, it's Deni. I assume you know that game developers are releasing something new and exciting at the end of the year. So today I'm going to show you a list of really awesome new games. So here we have games of completely different genres, so everyone can find something nice for themselves. So, and one more thing, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, let's get started. The first game on the list is Callisto Protocol by PUBG developers, but here we have a completely different game. Callisto Protocol is a horror game about far future, where people explored the space and learned how to fly to different planets. Our character is a guy named Jacob. He is imprisoned somewhere far away on a satellite of Jupiter. And of course, the plot doesn't end there. The other prisoners begin to mutate into horrible creatures, and it's up to you to get Jacob out of this mess. There are many kinds of weapons that you can get as you play through the game. There is melee and ranged combat, and it's up to you to decide which one you choose. By the way, this game is pretty brutal. Severed limbs, that kind of things, so if you're an impressionable person, think twice, I warned you. But anyway, the game is great. If you like this type of stuff, go for it. The next one is NFS Unbound. This game is probably the most hyped one in a while. You may ask me why. Well, they added some cartoonish effects and a bunch of the fans didn't like it. Some of them don't know who they can take their characters, and the storyline seriously, then there is all the skeleton cartoon effects. Well, I'm okay with it. I think these effects don't really affect the game content. The main features are the same, you still drive the cool cars, the variety of which is insane, and you can still customize it. The storyline hasn't changed either. And what do you think about it? Write in the comments below. Now let's move on. I noticed that a great many people have never heard of Marvel games other than Spider-Man. So I decided to show you a very recent Marvel game. Oddly enough, it is not an action game, it is a card strategy game. Yes, you heard right, you will be playing cards, but it is not a usual card strategy game. I find it quite interesting. You will be playing as Hunter, and you can totally customize him and make him whatever you heard desirous. You will be controlling your character with cards. I think it's quite unusual. By the way, he is a very intense plot, so even you are not a big fan of card games, this game is a good as usual action game, so it is definitely worth your attention. Next we have Darktide. This is a co-op shooter. There you have to save an entire city from a sinister force that wants to subjugate all living things. The first thing you would like to point out is the variety in combat strategies. This is the kind of game where sometimes an axe can be better than a machine gun. Here you have a bunch of different enemies and you have to pick up a certain strategy to each of them. I think that's pretty cool. And there is also an online mod, so you can fight alongside other players. But keep in mind that your opponents are also getting stronger if you are playing with someone else. Well, if you enjoy this sort of game, this one will be a great choice.
Let me take you for a ride.
And next up we have Predecessor, a game that MOBA fans will love. Here is everything you need. Exciting 5-on-5 battles, multiple heroes to choose from, each of them has specific skills, so each player is sure to find the one with playstyle they like. By the way, the characters here are really cool. Some of them can become invisible, create impenetrable shield or teleport wherever they want. Like in any other MOBA game, you will have to farm minions at the same time. If you don't know who minions are, these are are little fighters that you need to kill to get money so that you can upgrade your character. Long story short, is a great game. And if you like MOBA games, you will definitely like Predecessor. Another game in our list is Underworld Island. It is an interactive horror game with point-and-click elements. The main character is a man who goes to the island with his daughter to find his wife, who disappeared there without a trace. Only after a while he realizes that he can't get on the island. And what happened then? Well, you'd better find out for yourself. The gameplay is rather uncommon. It is a mix of interactive cinema and quest. By the way, there are a lot of jump scares. Really, a lot of them. So be ready, I have warned you. If you were looking for something leisurely and chill out, here you go. Floodland will be a great choice for those who want to relax after a hard day's work. Here you will have to build your shelter in a world destroyed by climate change. The swamps and ruins are all around you, and you will have to master a lot of different technologies to rebuild a livable place. As you progress through the game, the world will become more and more civilized, and you will come across new survivors who can join your community. In general, the game is great and everything is well thought out down to the last detail. You can even set your own laws here. Well, not everybody will be happy with them, of course, but I think you will figure out what to do with it. The next one on our list is Titan Station. The developers made this game by themselves, and oddly enough it came out just fine. Here you will be playing as the system operator that has got to the future. You will have to solve a lot of interesting puzzles. Some of them are rather difficult, so be ready. Also, here you will have a radio that gives you an opportunity to communicate with other people, but not all of them will do you good, and it will be up to you to find out who you can trust and who you can't. There is no combat in the game. It is just a very atmospheric thing that you will definitely like. Moreover, it is not that long, so go for it. Next we have a cool real-time strategy game with medieval atmosphere. Here, a guy named Ulrich found a fragment of an ancient artifact, the Staff of Aaron. But after that he was told that twice artifact can cause terrible irreversible consequences for the whole world. Of course, he went looking for the rest of this artifact. What are we going to do in this game? Get in the way of this crazy man, of course. As the game progresses, you will be able to gather an army of like-minded people and take care of this madman together. Well, you should definitely try this one. What do we have next? Well, here we have that popular platformer that you can finally play on your PC. That's going on in this game? Well, one Vado made a mess by creating a huge crack in space, and now we have to clean it up with him. Despite the fact that the graphics here is totally cartoonish, this game will easily draw an adult person. By the way, you don't need to play on difficult level with limited lives and resources. Here you can choose an easier mode and go through the game at your own pace. Well, platformer games fans will definitely enjoy this one. The next game is a sequel to the well-known Hello Neighbor. Like in the previous one, here you will play as a Kuro's boy, maybe even two Kuros, who wants to sneak into his neighbor's house and find out all his dark secrets. Well, I think you understand that not everyone likes to have stranger sneaks into his house, so you will have to do everything very careful and quietly. Otherwise, your neighbor will notice and you then? Well, if you are fond of stealth games with horror elements that you have to solve the puzzles at the same time, then Hello Neighbor 2 is a perfect choice for you. Well, here we have several secret endings, so if you are fond of solving mysteries, go ahead. The last game on our list is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The plot puts you in the Viking Age, just in the moment when the confrontation between England and the Vikings reached its peak, and we have to lead these Scandinavian fighters. Like in other Assassin's Creed games, here we'll combine stealth and open combat. It is up to you to decide how you will fight. The amount of weapons here is insane, and each one is made for a certain combat style. There are also tons of side quests here, so the full playthrough will take you a lot of time, maybe 130 hours, but trust me, it will be definitely worth it. So if you have free time, this game is a great option for you. Well, that's all for now. I hope this video has helped you find at least one interesting game for you, and if also, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been Deni, see ya guys soon.